kids, you want to learn about some shit? Literally. If you do, then stay right there, 'cause it's coming up on today's episode of Madge Unmuted. Hey, everybody. Whoops. That was a bit too much, wasn't it?
Good Lord.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Madge Unmuted. I am your host, Madge. And with me, as always, my lovely assistant, my producer, Fitz.
Wow. Did you give yourself some whiplash for that intro this time?
I did.
Good Lord.
I was trying.
Painful.
Story of my life. I'm trying too hard.
Trying too hard.
Calm down, lady.
You can never try too hard.
Yeah, you can.
Oh, yeah. I guess so.
In a social setting, yes. Well.
Oh, yes. We've all met those people.
Yes, we have.
Yeah.
Fitz from
Hi.
Rock Fox Studios. Oh, I made myself all askew.
Welcome to episode
Dos. Yes, episode 2 of Madge Unmuted, where we record in the lovely Rock Fox Studios.
Mm-hmm. I'm back in my hole, in my cave, in the
Fitz.
control cave.
Yeah, it's just easier. I like him in the room here with me,
Yeah.
but apparently...
Oh, you know what we can do? We can get a a cardboard cutout Fitz and put him in there.
It's not the same.
No, I know it's not the same.
Today, we're going to talk about, while you're here, like, subscribe, and share, and review. And
Yes. All those things. All those things, please.
And we're going to talk about, this season, we're kind of following along with a book that I wrote that I would like to edit it heavily at this point in my life. But if you want to hear the full story of what I'm talking about today, go by... I'm pointing right. Go buy When Life Gives You Lemons. At least you won't get scurvy.
Where can we buy that?
We can buy that on Amazon. And I think it's still on Barnes & Noble. Google it. It'll come up. It's on my website, madgemadigan.com.
Okay. So it's called When Life Gives You Lemons, at least you won't get scurvy?
Correct. Yes.
I absolutely love that title. That is my favorite title for it.
Thank you. I thought it was funny at the time. But anyway, so today's episode is on a story about the theme today is bizarre situations.
Every day of my life.
Bizarre situations you have found yourself in. And I'm sorry I keep flipping my hair because today, oh my God, it's so humid out. Oh, the humidity. The humanity.
We got you.
The
We followed.
Hindenburg. That's really horrible, Madge. You making fun of a disaster. Anyway.
Where people burn to death.
Where people burn to death.
Yeah.
And because hydrogen caught on fire. Anyway, so there was this story when I was living in, where the fuck was I living? I was living in Denver. And I believe it was 2004, and I was divorced, and I had a friend who liked to go out. And how do I really shorten this story? It was 2004, and the NBA All-Star Game was taking place in Denver. And I'm not into all that.
Not into the b-ball?
College basketball, yeah, but not professional. But I'm also not into the scene, B scene and try and meet people and what have you. But we went she had tickets. Oh, because she's really, really pretty and really sexy. And
is there a picture of this woman anywhere?
No.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if she would like a picture. I'm not mentioning her name. Anyway, but I mean, this was, like I said, 2004. So we get into these, VIP parties or whatever. And they're just all kind of boring because I think it was early in the evening. And so she gets a call from a friend who she had many. And he's like, come to this one bar. And it's like a wine bar. And we're like, oh, isn't it kind of closed? And they're like, yeah, but come on over. And so I was a little tired of the scene. So I said, okay. So we go in. It's like places all dark and closed. And we go. He leads us, her friend comes to the door, takes us back in a back room. That's like a private lounge area.
The champagne room?
Yes. Where there is no sex. Boy, there wasn't
Or
that
champagne.
night either. There was a little champagne. So I go in there, and there's two guys sitting in there, and the owner, and then her friend, who was at the time, what were we? We were like 35. He was probably 50, 55, something like that. Like, we thought he was an old dude back then. Yeah. So we go in, and these two guys look, hi. And from the baseball, from the sports ball that I had watched, now, I mean, I keep up on it. I at least knew what was going on. My ex-husband watched it a lot. I recognized these two gentlemen, and I realized I was sitting in front of Steve Nash and Dirk Nowitzki.
And who are those guys? Yeah, I don't know. I'm not a sports ball guy, so I have no idea who the hell they are. Well, was I supposed to be amazed?
Yes.
Holy crap, you were?
Yeah.
That's freaking amazing.
Yeah. Okay. Way to go, Fitz.
Were they basketball players?
Oh, yeah. Like.
For the Nuggets?
No, it was the All-Star game.
Oh, it was the All-Star game.
So I can't remember who they were, but at the time, they're like Hall of Famer dudes.
Okay.
I think Steve Nash is a coach now, or whatever. Anyway, so yeah, I mean, they were like big, huge. It was like walking into a room and Tom Brady's there.
Right.
So like, okay, and they seem to be I'm making idle chit chat because that's what I do with anybody. Sure. I'm like, my kids hate going to the grocery store with me because they're like, oh, here's mom talking to people in the line again. Yep. Get that, let's go, mom. So I'm talking chit chat, and they seemed very disinterested. And I was like, oh, great. And then they had some of their friends come in, just regular, not baseball, basketball guys. And they come in, and they're like talking to them, and they were even less interested in us. So finally, something changed. It's like, okay, right after these guys came, these younger girls came, and they were like scantily clad, like schoolgirl, a schoolgirl.
Nice.
Skirt and tied up. I had the Britney Spears
I
thing
went to
going
Catholic high school, and that's just one of the things that for some reason since then, I like that.
You do like it. I
like the schoolgirl thing for some reason.
Oh, okay.
Sorry. Little tidbit of information, maybe too much about Fitz.
Yeah. I don't like I don't like what it connotates. Is that the right word?
Yeah, no. If you read too deeply into it, then it's terrible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unless
thanks for making me feel even shittier.
No,
Creepier.
the thing is, the guy is dreaming that he's back in high school too.
Right.
Okay.
That's what I'm doing. It reminds me of when I was in high school, and we had all outdoor hallways, and a nice brisk wind it was great. It was one of those days.
Oh, dear Lord.
But anyway.
Okay, so
side railing your.
So I go into this, these young girls come in, and all of a sudden they're like, hey, we're going downtown. See you guys later. And they're like, oh, can we give you a ride to your car? Because our car was still in downtown Denver. Sure. So they all pile in a limousine. And I'm like,
one does.
Yes. And I was like, why wasn't the party there when we were just there? Yeah. And then it dawned on me that these girls were the talent that they were waiting for. In one form or another, I don't know. It's not for me to judge, but obviously, two almost 40-year-old suburban moms weren't sexy enough. So it's all like the girls are sitting on their laps in the limo and everything, and they're going downtown, woohoo! And they're like, "Okay, here's your car." Well, as I'm getting out, I was wearing a mini skirt, and the one guy, I probably shouldn't say this now, who it was, but he was like, "Okay, bye," and he ran his leg. I don't know if it was intentional. He ran his leg up my inner leg, just stopping at my mid thigh.
That seems like it's not something that happens by accident.
As I was bent over, crawling out of the limo back, and I just kind of, okay, and they sped off, and I was like, what the fuck just happened?
Yeah.
And in the book I was all like, I wouldn't there's girls that sue for that, and I wouldn't do that to blah, 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 blah. But now that I'm older, I mean, I still wouldn't sue, but it's like, that's not cool.
Yeah. It's funny when you think about things that happened to you in the past and you look at it through today's lens.
Yeah.
It's almost like, what the hell was I thinking? How come I didn't, call the cops and stuff? But
yeah. And like, I was kind of douchey in the book. I'm like, girls do that. I wouldn't drag somebody's name through the mud just for, blah, 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 blah. Well, but I guess I am now. So.
Well, you didn't say who did it.
I did in the book. But anyway.
Okay. Read the book and you'll find out.
It's so inconsequential, and it was probably an accident, but probably not. But it was how many years ago? 17 years ago.
Yeah. I'm betting it wasn't an accident. That seems like something that's very purposeful.
But I probably would have done now is swatted at him.
Right.
I probably would have turned around and be like, get the fuck off me.
Clinched your legs, turned around, and broke his ankle.
Yeah. Yeah. Which is okay to do now, ladies.
Oh, yeah,
it's
totally.
okay to say no and, swat somebody, whatever, because
someone close to me had a similar type of experience back in the 90s with a pro football player and a limousine. Mm-hmm. Someone very close to me. Yeah. And that story bothers me to this day, and nothing was ever done about it. And when she mentioned it to people, they said, "Oh, either one, she was full of shit, or two, what'd you do to egg him on?"
Thank you.
The victim blaming crap. And that's what pisses me off.
And that, yeah. And I'm so tired of, it was just nothing. Although I just kind of did it to myself. Yeah. Locker room talk. He was just being whatever.
Well, you shouldn't have been wearing a mini skirt.
Right,
what's wrong with you?
Exactly.
What are you trying to do? You're leading them on.
Oh my God. And like if I could find a picture of this mini skirt, and it was so, like, I look at it now and I'm like, oh my God, you look like you shop at J. Jill or some shit. What's that other one?
Forever 12.
Forever 45. So anyway, but there's the people that'll just say, oh, he was just, just whatever. Yeah. And it's like, but no, we don't have to take just whatever anymore. I'm tired of that. Why do I have to brush everything off?
That's right. And with the Me Too movement now, and I think it's fantastic. Like, look at Cuomo. So
exactly.
All of these now, and the same thing with athletes, with pro athletes, they're given this holier than thou God status that they can do whatever they want. They get a free pass. They get a free pass, and they're they could just go, hey, I'm going to grab this girl's ass, or I'm going to, do this. And yeah.
I am not, I have known actual women that were, there's a name for them, which is quite derogatory. Starfuckers.
Oh yeah.
I've known women that I wasn't particularly great friends with them, but yeah, they want to go out there, they're like groupies were back in our day. Yeah. They want to hang around and try and get hook up with a star, with a, football player. I don't know if they have delusions that they're going to become his girlfriend, or they just want to do it or whatever. But anyway, dudes, it doesn't give you a pass to think that every girl is like that.
Yeah. I tried to be a star fucker back in the day, but
Did you now?
It just doesn't work the other way around. They started calling me a, predator and stuff like that.
That's not funny.
No, it's not funny. It's not funny at all.
But we know that it's not true, so that's why we're laughing.
Yeah.
But come on, people. I mean, just don't assume everybody's like whatever. Well,
it's coming around. It's coming around. Those people are getting theirs. And there's a lot of people who still aren't, but I think women are now becoming a little bit more confident in being able to expose these problems.
But you know what? The ones that do are still being called bitch.
And you know what?
And
they probably always will be, because this is still what's the word I'm looking for?
Stigma?
Paternal society.
Oh, yeah. Patriarchy.
Patriarchy. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
So when the guys are still in power and still controlling things, the white guys, this is what's going to happen.
Okay. And now I'm gonna say, because I'm real, I'm gonna bring it up. I got my breastises out here in a display.
Should I tilt? Oh! Leave it. Just leave it.
Oh shit.
Just leave it. It's fine.
What?
Just leave it.
Am I still on?
Yeah. Everything's fine.
My
It's just
God,
it's just a
everything fell
teleprompter.
Oh.
It's just a teleprompter. You're good.
Alrighty. I just want to put this. Okay, so
Note to self:
maybe the
don't tilt down for the boobs.
and maybe the teleprompter. Oh, and I dripped my water. It's just at the edge. Maybe the teleprompter was excited by my breast.
Yes, it was.
So anyway, I got I got him out here, cause not gonna.
Well,
I like it.
You're proud of your. You're proud of your look. You're proud.
I like being sexy, and I'm not stupid. It brings certain people in.
Yeah.
Whatever. So I'm like, yeah. Am I contradicting myself? Maybe.
I don't think so. There's something about being proud of your look and wanting to feel good about yourself.
That's the thing. I'm 55. I still want to be sexy. Actually, I kind of feel more sexy than ever. Okay, some of you will laugh, but I feel more sexy, now that my kids are gone and I'm free and free to be you and me, and so I like to dress, I like to dress. However, it still does not give you permission to touch me
right
when I don't want you to,
right,
or think that it's an open invitation to grope me.
Right.
It ain't.
And I really think that anybody that feels that it is completely out of touch with reality. And
I think they're a criminal.
Well, yes, there's something else going on there for sure.
Yeah, they're just an ass. And anyway, let's get back to what I actually
what were we going to talk about?
So we're talking about bizarre situations.
Oh, yes, bizarre situations.
Which could parlay into
boobs?
Bizarre jobs. First, have you ever found yourself in a bizarre situation?
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I've found myself in many bizarre situations.
Surreal. Like me being in a room with two Hall of Fame basketball players was just like, well, how did I get here?
This is not my beautiful house.
Yeah. Do you have a
Yeah. So back in, I don't know, 98, 99, somewhere like that, I was working for one of the big cruise lines, and we were doing some video production all around the Mediterranean. And I was traveling with one other guy.
Mediterranean.
Huh?
Sorry, never mind. I was singing a song. Sorry.
I was traveling with another guy who he was very much a bro American and wasn't the traveling type. So he was the kind of guy that was like, let's go to I saw a Pizza Hut. We're in Barcelona, Spain. And he's like, I want to go to that Pizza Hut. I'm like, I'm not fucking going to Pizza Hut when we're in Spain, dude.
Yeah, really.
So it was our last night there, and I finally broke down and said, fine, we'll go to he wanted to go to the Hard Rock Cafe, Barcelona. So I'm like, fine, we'll go to Hard Rock.
Worse.
It's our last night.
Yeah.
Fast forward, I'm in a hotel room 45 miles away or 45 minutes away by car with this gorgeous Korean girl with a German accent.
Where? How did? Where?
Well, I just wanted to skip all the details and get right to the crazy point, which was the surreal moment was that I somehow had picked up this Korean girl, and we were in her hotel room 45 minutes outside of Barcelona, and I had no idea where the hell I was, and I had a flight at 6 a.m. and it was the middle of the night, and somehow I convinced the taxi driver to come back and pick me up at 5, and he did. I told him in my broken 2 years of high school Spanish,
¿Dónde
you
está el
hear
baño?
5? You hear 5? And I accidentally left my camera, my regular still camera, in his car, and he found it and kept it for me, which was amazing.
And what did he ship it back or no?
No.
Or, you got
when
it
he
back
picked me up,
on the
he's
return.
like, he showed me the camera. I'm like, oh,
Okay, now that's shit happening for a reason somehow. I don't know. Well,
but that was pretty surreal. That was a pretty wild. We were just gonna have a couple of beers, and then next thing I know, I'm in some strange hotel room with a woman that I met.
All right.
Yeah. Did I go? Was that not what you were expecting? Were you expecting a little something more PG?
Oh no. That was I was expecting something even
teacher.
more bizarre. Like you found yourself in shackles and a ball gag. But no, I would.
Well, there was Greece. No, just kidding.
Damn Mediterranean.
There was a time when we were in Istanbul, and I was
not
almost
Constantinople.
No, not Istanbul. I was positive we were going to end up in a Turkish prison.
Like Midnight Express.
It was. Yeah, we were haggling with the owner of a bar because they were trying to pull some crap on us and how much our bill was. And then these two big guys came up, and I was like, "Oh God, we're going to a Turkish prison.
It's going down."
Yeah.
Well,
that's my craziness.
All right.
I'm sure there's more.
Well, but at least like that, like your job kind of led you into the surrealness. So
yeah,
there are bizarre jobs.
Yeah.
There are some bizarre jobs. I mean, these are actual jobs. Like, I mean, granted, you didn't have to do that for money. That was just a side project. Your job.
That was a fringe benefit.
But it made me think of like other strange things, and thinking about there are actual jobs that are bizarre. So I'm going to tell you some of these jobs.
Do you have some? Yes, please.
Yeah, I have some right here.
Throw
in front
down.
of me. And tell me if you would do these. One, and these have a source behind them, so they're not just making shit up. You know, like so. A professional cuddler.
Oh yeah, I heard about that a couple of years ago. There's one in here in Rochester.
Yes,
the Snugglery or something like that.
She had been on. So yeah, professional snuggling. You get paid to snuggle somebody.
I thought that was a very interesting idea, if not slightly crazy.
The premise.
Yeah.
There's a sweet premise to it. Like if somebody's lonely and they just need to snuggle, yeah. But
I always go dark with things. I always try to think like, how can this go horribly wrong?
Right. So, but I can also think that in my, darkest moments of being broke and, being evicted and all that shit, I might do it. However, I would only be the big spoon. I would snuggle. I would spoon. Only spoon and spoon from behind. I don't want them touching me.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Yeah. I got you.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, that makes sense.
I got the control.
Yeah, you totally have to drive
I'll
in that situation.
pat their head. It's okay. It's okay. But I don't want them touching me. So there's that.
Yeah.
Okay, moving right along. Would you do this real job of donating poop?
Oh, for fecal transplants?
Yes.
Yeah, for gut health. Yeah.
Yeah.
I would do that, except for I don't think anyone would accept my poop.
Yeah, me neither.
I don't think I have the healthiest poop in the world.
I don't even
I'd probably do better.
I don't know if mine's transplant worthy.
Yeah.
Like sponge worthy. I don't think I'm poop worthy.
Your shit ain't good enough shit. Your shit's shit.
I wouldn't do that shit. Literally.
But you can make some good money. You can make some good money.
Yeah.
Dropping a deuce for a deuce. There's so many things you could do with that job.
That is just ripe with marketing slogans. And I do mean ripe. Yeah, you put that on there. I got the... I'm trying to fix my outfit. Look, okay, an aside, I got this outfit on today. No, it reeks of like, these are like long pants, and it reeks of like nautical. I'm a sailor.
Ahoy, mateys! Shiver me timbers.
Fleet Week?
If you
Sorry.
get yourself ship shape, or we're gonna tie you to the yardarm.
I feel like one of those old, like I should be tap dancing in a Busby Berkeley. Ziegfeld Follies and My Little Sailors.
Where's Danny Kaye and that other guy?
Exactly. What was the movie with Danny Kaye and Frank Sinatra? And it was like they were sailors on the town.
On the town? Yeah.
I don't know.
New York, what a
It's
wonderful
a hell of
town.
a town. And the battery's down.
Yeah.
The Bronx is up and the battery's down.
That was a really good movie, by the way.
New York, when it was
Back in the day.
when it was.
I saw it when I was a
for guys
kid, and
to
I
dance.
loved it. I loved it.
Oh, I know. I love it. I used to love those musicals.
Wasn't it Gene Kelly, Frank Sinatra, and some other guy?
Yeah, I think it was Danny Kaye.
Was it?
I don't know. Google it. Write it in the comments below. Okay, let's get back to this.
They're going to be right all over that.
So, be a friend.
Like a friend for hire?
Yeah.
Done that.
I
failed.
did that
I got
too.
fired.
I was married.
Oh.
That was the crappiest job I ever had.
Yeah.
Just kidding. I got 3 fantastic children out of it.
Is that a real thing? Like a friend for hire?
Back in 29, there's a huge market for friendship. It's so huge, in fact, that you can rent a friend for just about anything in a new city. So I don't know where you go for this. But it says, but you can make $50 an hour, and there's a link. So I'll have to get back to you on that.
That's not a friend with benefits. That's just a friend.
No,
Yeah.
that would be illegal, Fitz.
There's a lot of gray areas in that.
I know. I've often thought about that because,
I'm paying you for the conversation. The other stuff just happened.
Exactly. I'd have to look into the law to see what makes it, because technically a date could be that. Like there's a transaction. The guy gives you a meal,
kind of
and you stup him.
Stup him.
I'm tired.
I was just going to say.
Lily von Stupp. Would you
13 Schnitzengrubens, my limit.
Would you, here's another one, sell your used underwear? I would in a heartbeat. If you want it, I know. Girl, what do I care? What if you want it? Unless you were going to use it and leave it at a crime scene.
That was a plot line in
Get my DNA off.
Ooh, Orange is the New Black. Did you ever watch that show?
Yeah. I mean, yeah,
and
a little bit.
they were selling guys paid top dollar for used pregnant ladies' panties.
Why?
Who the frick knows, man? There's some crazy kinks out there.
I'll say.
Go ahead.
Oh no, go ahead. This one is not bizarre. Everybody does it. Collect dog poop. There's like whole companies that.
Oh, now you just opened up a can of shit for me.
Uh-oh.
I have
shitster.
You know what really grinds my gears?
What?
So I've been taking my dog out for a walk every day, at least 2 miles, sometimes more, in my new, venture to get fitter, a fitter Fitz. And
yay.
So I take the dog, I take Dexter out, and he never goes to the bathroom on his walk. Never. But I still bring the bag with me.
Sure.
And the reason why we're walking is not for him to go to the bathroom, it's for exercise.
Right.
On my route, I walk and there's a pile of poop in the bags. There's a pile of bags. Why the frick do you bag up the poop and then leave it there? Mm-hmm. Now it's in something that makes, at least if the poop was in its natural state, it would dissolve in the rain or whatever. But now you've protected the poop. You've practically laminated the shit to leave it there, and just pisses me off.
Yeah, I know.
Stupid people.
Sorry
I want to find them.
that.
I want to take the bags of poop, put it in a plastic bag, light it on fire, and put it on their doorstep.
There you go.
That's an original idea.
Here's one I would probably excel at. Be really good at crying. That wasn't good, but
Gotta be better than that.
Actually, I know. No, this has been going on at funerals, common at Asian and Hispanic countries.
Oh, they hire mourners?
Yes, they're hired mourners.
God, what a morbid existence.
I know, but so why would you want that?
Are there different levels? Like, hi, I need a mourner, but I want you to not, like, just pretend you kind of barely knew the guy.
I just want you to sniff, not wail.
How many tears did you like? We charge by the tear. Charge by the snot bubble.
So I don't know. Is that supposed to? Is that for the family to show off that this person was really loved?
I've heard of that. Yeah,
something?
Yeah. It's
Apparently?
definitely a some kind of a pride thing.
Oh no. Okay, I got to tell you these last two. Harvest roadkill.
Yeah. Harvest in what way?
Well, that's what I'm looking like. Okay, because there's there's the public works that they come and
pick it up and get it off there because it's
rid
nasty.
Of it.
Or you sell the pelts or something.
Some people, yeah. That's a low antibiotic, hormone, and growth stimulant-free venison left on the road. PETA suggests eating roadkill can be even healthier.
I've heard of people doing that. I've heard people that if you catch it early enough, it's good. It's good meat.
And it's just, speaking of meat, my tummy is rumbling. Okay, last one I'm going to tell you. Speaking of eating, eat dog food.
Nope.
I would.
You would eat dog food for a living?
It says...
Or is it like just like taste testing? What the hell is it?
Yeah, just taste testing.
Tastes like dog food. Thank you. $10.
Yeah, well, I see where it's problematic, though, because it's like dogs want to eat human food, so they want it to be as tasty and as smelly, good smelling as people food. So
here's horse snout, or here's horse vagina. Does it taste like steak? Yeah, try it.
Oh my God. Okay, these are people in the UK. UK paid testers £600 for a single taste test.
Yeah.
You just eat some kibble.
Yeah.
Not gonna kill you.
You hope.
I don't think. So that's it, Fitz.
What?
Do I hear breaking news?
What do you know?
Oh, Fitz. Here's Fitz with the news.
Here's Fitz with the news. Oh, lots of interesting things in the news that you've probably never heard of. Did you know that today is National Thrift Shop Day? It's your day, man.
That's my day.
It is totally your day.
I love thrift stores, and especially when I did my fashion haul. Check out that video.
Moms with young kids increased their booze consumption by nearly 325% between March and December of last year.
Oh, hell
surprise!
Yeah.
You know how many day drinking memes I've seen since the start of the pandemic?
Oh, yeah. And you know how many times I've counted my blessings that I didn't have children. I didn't have children at home during the little ones. I had big ones, and we had cocktail hours ourselves. But
perpetual cocktail hours.
Yes, but I'm glad I didn't have like school age children at home, because I don't know how God bless you. I don't know how I would have done that.
Yeah, that would have been insane. And then speaking of that, since the pandemic, more people are smoking pot while exercising. What could go wrong?
Smoking pot while exercising?
Yeah. Nothing like getting baked while you're trying to squat 250.
I've never been a big pot smoker. I've never been really a pot smoker at all. I think I was involved in smoking some pot, maybe, I don't even know if this many, probably less than this many.
Yeah.
Where, in college, you just like, I'm at my boyfriend's, what do you call that, fraternity at the time, and walk in somebody else's room, and there's like 5 guys sitting, smoking a bong. Hey, you want a hit? And most of the time I was like, no, because I hate the sensation of coughing. I hate the sensation of smoking anything, because it just goes, I just want to cough. But you're like, okay, I'm cool. And then it's like, oh, fuck, I'm never doing that again. So I don't know. And also I don't like the feeling, because you're just like, so I don't know how on earth you could exercise. That's my point.
Yeah.
And I'm
I
sticking
think
to
it would be dangerous.
Like-
A man in South Korea bought a used kimchi fridge online and discovered 130 grand in cash taped to the bottom. Local police are investigating. Why doesn't that ever happen to me? And why would you tell someone?
Yeah, I know. What would you do?
Karma? You have to go do the karma?
Yeah.
If I ordered something online and it came and there was a shitload of money in with it, that would be a huge dilemma for me. Because I'd be like, hey, I opened this up and there was $20 in here.
My thing would now that it might be drug money.
Right.
And either...
And they're going to track you down and kill you.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Either El Chapo is coming for you or the man or whatever. However, I have thought of those things like, oh, I found a bag of money on the side of the road and like, I'm just going to take 500 of it. And then,
like I said, I found $130 taped to the bottom of this. Interesting.
I don't know what happened. Seriously, Mr. Chapo, I don't know what happened.
A Florida woman got naughty while visiting her jailed boyfriend, and it wasn't even in person. It was a virtual visitation. But that didn't stop her from talking dirty, flashing her chest, and pretending to service herself. On a Zoom call. And jail. Like, did you ever think that people are going to be watching?
Right.
Nearly 4 in 10 Americans say any social media has influenced them to try a new skincare product.
Say that again?
Sorry, I read that wrong. Nearly 4 in 10 Americans say social media has influenced them to try a new skincare product.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Would you buy something like just because?
Because your neighbor is a rodent and fields.
Oh God.
Nothing.
Okay.
Anyway, that's the news for
Thank you.
for National Thrift Shop Day.
Woohoo! Okay. Hey, any of you out there, tell us in the comments if you have a bizarre job. Bink. Tell us in the comments if you have a bizarre job or if you've already done it, or I don't know if I want to know some of these things. Keep it relatively within the realm of decency.
Rated R, but not NC-17.
Yeah, there you go.
Sure.
Do you think ending up in a bizarre situation is good or bad? I don't know. I'm kind of one of those people that even bad things that happen to us are there for a reason, and they make us who we are. So take those lemons
Truth.
And don't get scurvy.
Right.
So there
I bought your book, by the way.
You did?
Yeah, while we were talking, I ordered it on off Amazon.
Oh, thank you.
How do people get a hold of you, Madge?
People get a hold of me on all my social media. That is Madge Madigan. Or, Madge Madigan. My channel on YouTube is Madge Unmuted. If you are only listening, you can watch on Madge Unmuted. But I am on Instagram and Twitter and Facebook, Madge Madigan. So contact me. And Fitz?
Yeah.
Rockvox?
Rockvox.com.
Rockvox.com.
Rockvox Recording.
For all your recording needs. And you can hit up Fitz on any sort of social media too.
Yep.
So thanks for tuning in today. Next week, we got more fun coming up for you. And don't forget to subscribe while you're here.
Yes, rate and review and all that good stuff.
Rate,
support
review.
your favorite podcaster.
My
Madge
Venmo
Unmuted.
is Madge Madigan. Thanks again, and we'll see you next week.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.